Have you ever had a job or a repair or a project to do around the home, and at last minute you realize that you are missing a tool, and you're saying, oh, if I had this tool it would have get the job done? You'd have to run to a store to purchase it, or you'd have to call someone to do it for you, or to pay someone to do it for you. Well, in this video I will share with you 7 tools that you need around the home. These can be tools for your DIY projects, repair projects, or so. If you are new here, I'm Renee and I share everything in home decor and DIY each week. So stick around to the end as I will have a bonus tool for you as well. If you're familiar with my channel, you'd know that 99% of my DIYs include this tool, which is a glue gun. Now, a glue gun is one of my go-to for multiple projects such as my fan cover DIY mirror, my cup and bowl DIY, also my hula hoop shelf that is above here. Also, this I use it in so many ways around the home to fill holes. But a glue gun is one tool that you need in the home, and it's very useful when you're planning to do your DIY projects. Now, a drill is another tool that you need around the home when you're planning to do certain repair or DIY projects. Now, I use a drill in a lot of my DIYs as well, such as my DIY coffee table, setting up this table right here as well. I also use a drill to set up my bookshelf over there in my office area. I use a drill on my hula hoop shelf. So a drill is a go-to for a lot of DIY for myself. You'd need a drill also if you're hanging up like wall arts, especially the wall drill for those who have concrete wall. For those who have regular drywall, you can use a regular drill to drill in those screws to hang your artwork. So a drill is one of those things that you need around the home that you'd never thought that you need, and it's one of those tools that will save you a lot of time as well. Now, another tool that you need for your home is a hammer. A hammer can make certain repairs easier. For example, if you have certain furniture pieces pulling apart, you can always get a hammer with nails to put it back together. Also, for my DIYs, hammer always come in handy. For example, this wall art behind me, I use the hammer to make the frame. So I got the pieces of strips and I joined them together with hammer and nail to make this frame behind me. A hammer is one of those tools that you never thought you need until the time comes up for you to get it. So ensure that when you're purchasing those tools, ensure to include a hammer in it as well. Since I'm still at my DIY wall art, I should just include this tool right here because it was helpful in me creating my wall art here. So this tool, a tape measure, is always a must. Especially when you're doing certain DIYs, you need to get certain measurements to ensure that everything's blend in with the height and the width and the length and so on. Also, with your measuring tape, you're going to need to measure spaces, especially when you're going to buy your furniture and appliances. You don't want to buy an appliance or a furniture and when you get home it cannot fit. It is either too big or too small for the space. So this is a must-have into your space if you're going to do certain purchases and so on. It is one of those tools that most time when somebody asks you to measure something, you're saying, oh, I don't have a tape measure. Ensure when you go back to your nearest hardware or your Home Depot or so, ensure you purchase a tape measure. Since I mentioned that you need a drill for your home, it's only fair that I include this tool as well, which is a multi-bit screwdriver set. Now, this multi-bit screwdriver set is very helpful when you're tackling smaller screws or screws that are in corners and so. It also comes with the bender that you can bend and tighten certain screws, and also it comes in with different sizes and different type of bits. So you can get your flathead, your Phillips and other different bits. For example, you have the phone screws as well, which are finer. You have remote arm screws. So this is very helpful when you're doing certain repairs around the home as well. Ensure that you purchase one of these, and no Dollar Tree sell one as well, a smaller type that you can get, and also in your favorite hardware here locally you can get them. So ensure that you include one of these multi-bit screwdrivers. If you're planning to do certain DIY project that includes building a furniture piece or cutting board or wood or lumber, whatever you call it, you're going to need a saw to cut those board or lumber so that you can get a smooth edge, and also just to get the wood separated if you're planning on doing certain DIYs that involve separating the board if it's too long or too short. So ensure that you include a saw. You might not need it all the time, but it's one of those products that you need for certain DIYs as well. And since I mentioned saw, another tool that you need is a plier. Now you have different types of pliers just to tighten in certain screws and so on. So you have this type, you have the fine mode pliers. I don't know the name of them, but ensure that you have a pliers. A pliers is going to be needed into the home, especially if you're just moving into your home for the first time or you're going on your own. These are products that you're going to need into your space. You might not know that you need them, but please ensure that you get them. Now a duct tape is one of those items that you need around the home when you're doing certain repairs. It is good to patch certain holes. It's good to seal certain items. If you're shipping barrel, you can use a duct tape. It is waterproof, it is strong and sturdy. I know most also is aware of duct tape or used duct tape before. So ensure that you include a duct tape when you're doing your purchase for your simple DIY tools. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, I recommend this video right here. It's all about rental friendly peel and stick products that you can use to change the look of your space. If you own your own home, they will be helpful for you as well. So let's head on over there and I'll see you.